Hi guys, my name's Ashley Shaw. I am the president of Vancouver Island Fitness here on beautiful Vancouver Island on the west coast of Canada, British Columbia, the most active province in Canada. And I wanted to share with you a little life lesson. I'm going to call it the 3 Ps. These are the things that were most important in my career development. And I think the 3 most important things that helped shape me to go from a part-timer to president of a fitness company. So the first one I'm going to talk about, the first P is power. This shows up a few times in my life. And the first occurrence of this that I can really remember when it comes to my career is when I was 18 years old. I moved back to my hometown. My goal was to become a personal trainer. And I remember the reaction my parents initially had with it. They wanted me to go on and do something maybe with their business or something along the lines that maybe aligned more with my degree. I had an English literature degree and a women's studies degree, and now I was going into the personal training field. I remember that feeling a bit soul crushing because I knew that I was really passionate about the health and fitness industry. They had been in the health and fitness industry. Why didn't they want me to go in it? Maybe they had this higher knowledge of what I was getting myself into. But I remember that feeling a little bit powerless in that situation. And luckily, I still pushed on. I knew in my heart that's what I wanted to do, so I pushed on. But I definitely felt that power struggle of my parents not at that moment approving of what I wanted to do. I was very lucky right away. Once I started to get into things, I did have their approval. But I remember that power struggle, feeling uncomfortable and questioning my decision at that time. This shows up again in a couple of different points in my life. The most monumental ones were typically with mentors that I had. I remember specific mentors and bosses I had telling me things like, I wouldn't have put you in this role. I don't think that it's the right role for you. I remember them telling me, oh, if your goal is to be training and development and that to really be your direction that you're going to go, that's not going to work. And I remember these moments of a power struggle, feeling that they almost, in a way, I allowed these business mentors and these people to take my power from me at that moment. I remember their voice and what they were telling me became my internal voice. And looking back, I learned how to take my power back. And what I mean by that is that I learned that what their thoughts were didn't need to be my thoughts and my internal voice. And I learned how to actually better select the people I surrounded myself with that believed what I believed and believed in my goals and my dreams and were actually be able to help push me forward towards those versus constantly feeling like there was resistance. So I think that when you feel that resistance or your power being lost, know that is a sign it's time to make a change. It's time to take your power back and to surround yourself with people that support you on that journey. The second lesson comes around the word purpose. So at this time, I was feeling a lot of lack of resonance, a lot of resistance, and I ended up hiring a business coach and a business mentor. And this was one of I would say it was a life-changing moment for me when I hired this business coach. He was out of Halifax, Nova Scotia, and he helped me identify what my life purpose was, what I felt that I should be doing in my life if I could do anything I wanted. And he also helped me identify my core values and what I needed in a career and what I didn't need in a career. And that sounds so simple. A lot of businesses have those things on the wall, and that's what they either live up to or don't. But when you do that for yourself personally, it makes every decision in life so freaking easy. It's almost crazy that they don't teach that in school. How do you know in your core what you should be doing? And how do you know that you're lining up with your values every day and that you're fulfilling your purpose? Once I hired this coach, and if you're interested, I'll share who it was. He absolutely changed my life. Just comment or private message me. I'll let you know who he is. every decision became easy. And like, I swear to God, this sounds cuckoo, but the universe started to really push me in that direction. It wasn't 6 months later, I was recruited to go out to the west coast of Canada to work for the second largest fitness company out there. And it was like all of this work I was doing to align my purpose was all of a sudden showing up for me in various forms of opportunity. So I kept working with this coach, and it was expensive. It was hard to justify when I first started with him. It was $250 an hour, which is a lot of money. And I was meeting with him. I would spread it out. So it was every 4 to 6 weeks so that I could justify it to my spouse and make sure that, I was cutting back in other areas. But what I started finding is once I was connecting to my deeper purpose, it was easy to not spend money in other areas because I was doing that to try to fill that void. I think, in my 20s, I felt like I had this void. I knew I could do more and be more, but I didn't know the actual how to take steps forward to propel myself to get there. So I continued to work with him, and it actually led to the job of my dreams. The more work that I did on my values and the more that I actually said no to things that didn't align, quitting became okay. Quitting became actually how I got my power back, is that I said no to things that didn't fully align with the fabric of my soul. And that sounds pretty deep, and it was. Like, the work was really, really deep to make sure I understood what was important to me in life and what I really, really needed in order to feel fulfilled. That work led me very much to my dream role, which I am in now. I love what I do every day, and I feel filled up at the end of the day, which I can honestly say had never fully happened to me in any past role. And the possibility that it is out there and that is a real thing, I would have loved to hear in my 20s, because no one ever told me that. So the last part, lesson or P here is persistence. I think there were a lot of times that I could have easily given up and just said, okay, I'm going to work at a 9-to-5 job. And if I don't like it, I don't like it. And that's okay. If I don't feel like I'm living to my higher purpose, that's okay. I've got my husband to fulfill me at home, and my dog, and my, all these things, all these bullshit things that I told myself in those moments that I felt like, this is a lot. This is too much. I'm never really going to find my, my soul goal and my dreams, and I'm never really going to get there. And I think what I found is that the more that I surrounded myself with people that helped push me forward, that helped me realize those dreams and continue to believe in them, the more that it became my reality. And I'm very fortunate that I have not only a spouse that very much believes in whatever I want to do. He knows and backs me up that he thinks it's possible, but he helps support me in all of those decisions to help get me there. So having that person in your corner, whether it's a friend, a spouse, a business coach, that was a monumental shift in my life to help get me to this place that I am today. And I'll tell you, you will know you're there when you're not looking forward to the weekends. Like, you don't even know what day it is. I woke up this morning and I was like, oh shit, what day is it? Is it Sunday? Is it Monday? I didn't even know what day it was. That's a good sign, that you're not just looking towards the weekend, or you're dreading Monday, or it really is out there that can happen for you. And I think you also know when you come home at the end of the day and you still have gas in the tank, you still have energy to do other things and push that life purpose forward. So I'm really glad that you took some time to watch this today. I'm so happy to share this journey with everyone, and I would be thrilled if this helps change your perspective on the day, the week, the year, the month, whatever it is out there. But if there is one takeaway, I hope that is for you, that whatever your dreams and goals are, don't let anyone else tell you that they're not possible. I am absolutely living proof that whatever it is that you dream of as a kid, as a teenager, as an adult, whatever that age is, that you have that goal, you have that fire in your belly, that it is possible, because I've seen it happen. I've seen myself transform into a person that I think as a teenager, I would have been like, oh, that girl's so cool. And I know that sounds geeky to say, but it's true. I've become the person that I always knew that I could be. And I have so many people to thank for that. It's really the tribe of people that I've put in my life that have helped me get there. So thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to any questions or comments or people reaching out if there's anything that you need further clarification on or want to know more about. So thanks so much.